Welcome to Piano Key Talk, where everything is not always black and white.
All right, welcome everybody back to Piano Key Talk. This is episode 3. Obviously, we've been on a little bit of a hiatus. That's just called like real life. So we had to like do like work stuff and life stuff.
Vacations with the kids.
Vacations with the kids. My 2 little ones. Our 2 little ones, I should say. So yeah.
It's super busy, guys.
Yeah.
Super busy.
It's the summertime, so it's to be expected, I guess. I'm sure most of you out there are probably doing the same thing, I'd imagine. So, but obviously, we always want to start off our episodes with the same thing. We'll do shout outs. And right now, I've got the same 2 shout outs I had last time, because obviously a big influence on kind of what we're doing and kind of the brains behind all this. So obviously, shout out to T West Music at T West Music. You'll see it scroll across the bottom of your screen. I don't know where it's going to pop up at, but you'll see it come across there.
We're still learning, guys.
Yeah. And at dumb.mass, obviously the one who gave us the name for the title of this podcast. So that kind of plays
Which will play out at the end of the episode, actually.
Correct. Yeah. Absolutely.
So we want to talk about, obviously, we know that the episode is called Expired Salt. It might not make any sense to any of you, but it plays a huge role at some point in our relationship.
Yeah, almost ended the relationship is what it almost did. That's for damn sure.
So when I was thinking like some things out and stuff, and I was really like, okay, like how, like, what do I want to say about this before we actually like go into like the situation that occurred? And I was starting to say, okay, so what things do I look at, like food, obviously, that I consider like spoiled or not good, out of date. And I started thinking about like the basic necessities, such as like milk. I'm like, okay, do I look at milk and shake it, or do I look at the look of it, or do I look at the date of it? And I definitely look at the date. If it's 1 day out of date, yeah, that thing's going down the sink. Like I just can't.
I mean, it's a slippery slope. I don't know. I play it by ear for a lot of that shit, but I know for a fact, like milk, if I smell it, like it's a wrap. We could bring it home from the store. If I sniff it, it's bad. It's gone bad.
But could you imagine, like, if you didn't follow expiration date and you went to pour in you're like side out this big bowl of cereal and then you like pour it in and it's like this chunky, like cottage cheese looking thing. I could not, like, oh. Yeah.
Well, as if it's Lorraine, if you poured it, you eat it. So, I mean, it is what it is.
I just, like, no.
Bottoms up.
Sorry, it's bad, out of date. And so, like, I mean, I know you, like, I always, honestly, Tristan says, if I smell it, I'm done. Like, you know who I ask to smell it when I'm not sure? This guy. Even when it's, but it has to be in date. Sometimes I even question it when it's in date. I'm like, nope, not having it.
Which is crazy to me. Like, those things are suggestions, folks. Suggestions. That is suggested.
To
you should probably get rid of it. That's not saying you got to. There is no rhyme or reason to that date. That's just what they think. This shit's going to go bad on this day. You need to toss this shit and go buy more of this when this date is up. That's my thought. Conspiracy theory.
I mean, I'm not trying to die. Like, that's all I'm saying. I want to live a long life, and I don't want to die from expired milk. It's chunky.
Well, I mean, it's no different than like milk or bread. Like, if you got bread.
So what do you do with bread? Like, I know.
Peel off the mold and work around it. Like, work around it. If it's not all bad, work around it. Like, you can work around it.
Okay, so if
I'm just saying, you don't have to eat milk. That's nasty.
Of course, I look at the date on bread, too, because no one wants to eat bad bread either. So if the date is still in, like, you know, it's still valid, I'm like, okay, so then I open it, and then I fill it. If it's too hard to eat, like, I'm not eating it. If it has mold on it, the whole loaf is going in the trash.
That puts you in that same category of the people that don't eat the hind parts of the bread loaf.
I love the hind parts.
Like, nobody wants to eat the hind part of the loaf. So people start at the second loaf, and they end at the 27th loaf. They will not eat the 28th loaf. And it's like, listen, okay? You bet somebody's going to eat the shit. Like, somebody's going to eat it. And what it ends up being is a damn hot dog bun. That's what the hind loaf and the starter loaf, it starts out being a hot dog bun. That's what it is.
I don't think people nowadays know what that is. They don't know that bread is.
Shit. Oh, there's some people out there right now that they use bread.
Our boys have no idea.
I guarantee you there's some people out there right now listening to this shit eating a hot dog with a piece of bread. You just roll it up. That's just,
We're just fell asleep when we ran out of buns.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, so like, obviously I was thinking about milk and bread, and then I started thinking about like canned goods. Like, I don't ever remember as like a kid my parents ever throwing out canned goods. I never like even looked at an expiration date on canned goods. It was like, it's in a can. It's good to go. Like, I never thought twice about that. So I'm not like sure if canned goods even go out of date.
I don't know. Because honestly, like when I think about it, that's like the one thing that everybody's like whenever there's like a massive like storm or a hurricane, people are like, collect canned goods. They're non-perishable. So I just imagine they never perish.
Do you even have a can opener when you do that?
I think you just bang that shit with a rock and just hope for the best. Like, I mean, that's my thought anyway. I don't think they go bad. I don't think you can go bad with canned goods. Like they're sealed in like metal. So I assume like that's just good for life. Like it goes like in the hierarchy of shit that won't ever go away. It goes roaches, canned goods.
So gross.
I'm just saying, like everybody knows, like roaches, like they will last. They will last the life of time.
True.
But right below that, I mean, just a scotch below is canned goods. Those damn things are good forever.
Should we even be eating them if they're?
I don't know. I'm sure there's so much stuff in there that make those things last a long time. But honestly, when you open up a can of pork and beans, you just go to town.
I think you're the only one that still eats pork and beans.
Well, clearly, I mean, based off of my childhood, that's what we rock with. Pork and beans and beanie weenies. What? Beanie weenies? Come on now.
I used to eat those.
That's a fan favorite. That's a delicacy.
10,
at the field residence.
When I was like 10, maybe.
Grown ass man, I will maul those down.
Ask him last time he had beanie weenies.
It's been a while. I've upgraded my palate just a scotch, so I don't necessarily have to go out my way to purchase beanie weenies. But if I am so moved to purchase a beanie weenies, I'll purchase a beanie weenies. I'll do it.
We're going to have an episode of beanie weenies, and I'm going to cook them or warm them up, whatever, and put them in front of you and make you eat them.
Damn, man, you just made it sound real bad. Like, you didn't know how to cook beanie weenies. Like, there's no recipe to warm it.
You warm them up. You
just cook the beans, put the weenies in it, cut up, and that's it. And there's no rhyme or reason how you cut the weenies.
Today, we just saw at Sam's, they had a can of beanie weenies together.
No, they did not. That was just a big ass can of beans.
No, it said beanie weenies on it. I swear.
It said weenies optional. So it was optional weenies. And that could go for multiple situations out there in this world. I'm just saying optional weenies. But I know the beanie weenies, that's like I think they do have cans of beanie weenies, but I mean it's
not the same as regular beans with weenies in them.
Shout out to Altus and Bar S, like for real though. As we used to hold it down with the Bar S beanie weenies, like that's what it was, But yeah, I mean, and again, that's another thing that just won't ever expire. I mean, if you in the black culture, if it's frozen, that some bitch is good for eternity. Like it will last a lifetime.
So like meat?
I didn't even know what freezer burn was until I saw a commercial about this shit. And I'm like, what is freezer burn? First of all, there's no such thing as freezer burn. If it's frozen, that means it has frozen the freshness. The freshness is stuck in like a Back to the Future phase where like it can't come out of that until you thaw it out. And then, well, now you're open to civilization and you might go bad.
Obviously, that's where we differ. Because remember the other night when I thawed out the chicken and we were cooking wings, and it was like we were planning on cooking it that night, but then we ended up having to wait like the next day. But I'm like OCD. I don't want to die. I don't want to get sick. Like I said, hey babe, I think these are like bad. He was like, I mean, if you think so, I guess. And so I ended up throwing a whole thing of chicken. I hate wasting food, guys. So believe me, this was the toughest thing I ever had to do. But I didn't want to die. I wanted to wake up the next morning.
Put some heat to it. You put some heat to it.
But he was okay with it, though.
I don't know how.
I'm just looking out for your health. I'm looking out for your health. I want you to survive.
I don't know the chemistry behind it. I just know, I don't know all the laws of chemistry, but I just like the periodic table. I don't know all that, but I know if you put some heat to it, it kills 99.9% of all things that
It would
could
have
be
been
bad.
0.9 though. 0.1, I mean.
Well, those people that end up on ABC Dayline. Like that's what they.
So what about the stuff that you like make that chicken flavorful with, like the seasonings, like the good stuff? Like,
I mean, honestly, like we should put that to a vote. Like somebody, like people should chime in, like comment on this video, and like I want to hear what everybody says because I know I got a version of what the fuck should happen with like season and shit, but I know you have a version of it. But I'm just saying, for me, seasoning never goes bad. Like it never expires.
Question for you. Okay. Why does that have an expiration date then?
Again, it's a suggestion. They want you to buy more. First of all, you have never seen spoiled salt. I have. Listen, if anybody out there has spoiled salt, show me what it looks like. NaCl. I'm going to go all the way down to the NaCl. What does salt look like when it expires?
I just can't.
It doesn't. It probably gets more saltier.
I can't.
Like it just doesn't happen.
Honest. The one thing I can turn my head to is canned goods. Outside of that, like if it is expired, it is going to the trash can. Again, I hate being wasteful, but I just can't even. The thought of it just like grosses me out. Like
what is there to be gross? Like this.
I don't want to die. Like there's like it's
like you have never heard.
The FDA was like, no, there's a date on this. Like if you don't need it, like this.
Listen, you've never heard Lowry's put out a message that said Lowry's has gone bad. Lowry's is making people sick with their seasoned salt because people are using expired Lowry's.
Because people use it before it's expired.
No, first of all, there's no way in hell you use enough salt before it expires. You just don't do it. You just don't. Nobody does.
You don't know that.
If you do, you literally are trying to kill yourself.
I guarantee you every seasoning we have in our cabinet right now is in date. None of them are expired.
Even if they are, it doesn't
we use enough of it.
Matter because they don't fucking spoil. To be out of date, that means you have expired. That means you are spoiled. You are all the way spoiled. But I'm telling you right now, I employ people. Please let us know, because this has been a debate since we first got together. And I mean, the day I came home and I noticed all my shit was gone.
Okay, let's really.
The majority of my shit was gone. I'm talking Lowry's. I'm talking basil leaves, garlic powder, like the standard status. I even saw that we didn't even have pepper. We threw pepper out.
Okay.
Somebody Google a picture of expired pepper and tell me what it looks like.
Okay, so what he's talking about is we had been together for a little, for over a year, and I moved in with him, and I was like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go through the whole house. I'm going to freshen up everything. I'm going to go through the fridge, because, men with that kind of stuff. Go through the cabinets, get rid of everything expired, blah, blah, blah. So did a whole upgrade on the house, blah, blah, blah.
Upgrade? Okay.
Maybe not upgrade. Maybe it's the wrong word to use.
Damn right it is. Okay.
But I was going through making sure, everything was fresh.
Fresh salt. Yes. You heard it. Fresh pepper.
I did not say salt, and I did not say pepper.
Salt.
However,
what the fuck is that?
He was not a fan of it because I took it all and I was like, way out of date. Like, went to the fridge and there was like milk that was over a month old, like threw it in there. Even beer. Who lets beer expire? Just FYI.
I think the yeast comes back into it. I think it just makes you drunk. But I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't really get down with milk like that. So I'm just throwing that excuse.
I'm talking about the beer being out of date. Anyways, and then I think it was Budweiser though.
Yeah, hell no. Hell no. I don't think
I don't know how that got there. But anyways. So then I went through all the cabinets, got rid of his stuff, blah, blah, blah. He comes home and I'm like thinking, look what I did. Like super pumped, super excited.
Oh my God.
Like his face turned upside down. Oh, not a fan of me. I was like, what the fuck did I do?
Geez,
like for you.
I'm telling you right now, I could not have been more pissed. Oh my God. I turned purple. I was so damn red. I was so mad. Oh my God. Like, first of all, that's fine. You want to throw my shit away? That's fine. And that's cool.
You're welcome.
Because you're protecting me from expired salt. I get that. Like, I don't know we don't even know what that does. Like, what does expired salt do?
Expired everything.
Does it increase cholesterol like that much quicker? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. It might. I doubt it. Look it up. Google it. Won't happen.
I can't.
Expired pepper. You ain't never seen nobody at no restaurant say, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Let me get you a new pepper. This was expired." Never happened. Not in the history of
restaurant
ever.
is allowed to sell, like, put anything out there that's expired. So what makes you think that it'd be okay for you to do it at home?
I worked at Red Lobster. Trust me.
You calling out Red Lobster right now?
No, I'm not. They got good quality meats and biscuits for sure. But listen, all I'm saying is there's just no way to say that certain things expire and certain things, like, there's a category for that stuff. Like, I get it. Like, bread, if it's moldy, you know what we do with moldy bread? Throw it to the ducks.
Yeah.
Give it to the ducks.
To the birds.
Right. Feed it to the birds. I'm okay with that. I'm not giving salt to anybody. Like, I don't know who to give expired salt to. Like, who's out there handling the salt? Like, bro, listen, I'm on hard times, fam. Like, real shit, I'm on some hard times. Beat that ass. Like, run your boy some salt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't even asking for a whole lot, but like maybe like a slither of pepper. You know what I mean? Just, I'm not even asking for a whole lot, bro. Like, for real, just cut the edge off the molded bread and I rock with it. I get that. And so that's the whole deal. It's like, it's a different philosophy. And again, that's the whole point of this deal is like, we come from two different cultures. And I'm not saying that we are the like the forefront or like the spokesperson for black dudes and white women. Like, that's we for shit show ain't that. No, I guarantee.
This is just us.
This is just from my growing up and like when you grew up. It's just kind of showing that like to a certain degree, there's going to be times where you just clash and you're like, it's not a bad thing. It's a learning thing. And so we learn like, okay, listen, don't throw my shit away. Okay, first of all, don't do that. Okay, don't throw my shit away. And then most importantly, if you do decide to throw my shit away, i.e. the salt, the Lowry's, my Italian seasonings, when you throw those out, put a list together so we know what to replace. And that's the part, if you recall, that's when I lost my shit. That's when I blew
That's maybe where I fell just a little bit.
Okay, fuck up.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm cursing at you right now.
I'm just saying, like that.
So that may be where I fucked up. Like, now I learned. So whereas before I'm like, I did this great thing where I thought was great anyways, for him, for us.
Yeah.
And then I fucked up and was like, damn, he's right. I really should have made a list. And so then I learned when I throw the expired shit out that he doesn't know about, he thinks we just ran out, right? And then we get a new one. Guess what? Mental note, or I'm big on checklists, so I like just put it on my checklist. And guess what? Like, he doesn't know I threw away something that was expired, but I just replaced it with something new. And that's where we balance out.
But that's like a horrible feeling, right? That's like a horrible, horrible, horrible feeling to go through and be like, I'm about to get these sweet potato pies popping. Let me describe this nutmeg real quick. Get it in. Hey, what? But you see my nutmeg? Oh, I threw that out. Okay, cool. No worries. Where's the new one at?
Ask him last time he made a sweet potato pie.
I didn't. I mean, you fast forwarding. Let's stick to. Let's listen. The people want the topic. Okay, people want the topic. Here I am trying to make sweet potato pie. Can't do it. What? Because all the ingredients ain't in the fucking cabinet because somebody threw them shits out and never replaced them. So first of all, you throw away money because if hey, listen, go out there. I encourage you all, go out there, go to Walmart, go to anywhere that has seasoning and look at each individual bottle and just see how much one of them things cost. $2-3 a pop. Mine were all in the trash, gone, with no replacement.
But who went and replaced them?
What is I'm gonna do?
Who went and replaced them?
I don't know that you had another option. that is the option. Bring my shit back. Run it back. Run me my money because you done threw out about $30 worth of seasoning.
But people, the thing he doesn't understand is I saved his life.
Yeah, that's right. Because I knew at some point, I knew for a fact that Italian herbs and spices, it was gonna catch up to me, no doubt. It was probably about 2-3 months out of date.
Excuse me.
Could be bad. Re-up. Ball. Hey, shout out to Enjoy for hooking the brother up. But at the end of the day, listen, it's all about like coming together and finding out, okay, this is who you are, this is who I am. And that kind of speaks to a lot of stuff that's going on right now. Like people just don't want to talk about it, right? So let's having that discussion. Some people would never have that discussion. Where now we had a discussion because I was pissed off. Like I was mad. I worked a long day. I come home trying to make a sweet potato pie. I can't do it because I ain't got all the ingredients. So all I got left is a bunch of goddamn potatoes.
Sweet potatoes, you mean?
Sweet potatoes. And that's it. In a big ass bowl. And that's it. Because somebody wanted to replace the nutmeg.
But like
Prime folks.
He's like pissed off because it's not there though. But my thought is the store is like literally up the street. Like literally
they had it.
You go over the bridge, down the street, make a left. Like literally at that where we lived at the time.
Listen, now, there's so many people. And they probably I would even go on the run. Let's just make that clear. I will go on the run. Like you don't have to go anywhere. I'm super stereotyping right now, but I almost guarantee right now, all the black people right now is like, shit, I hear him, bro. Hey, bro, I wouldn't have gone. Listen, I had it. You got to go get it.
You would be happy your lady would go get it for you, right? What?
No.
Come on, babe. Seriously?
I'm just saying, like, if you the last one to drive the car and run the gas out, put gas back in it. Same difference.
That doesn't happen either.
If you throw it away, the burden is on you to replace it. That's all I'm saying. So
I don't know. Like, again, this is another one of those agree to disagrees. I learned my lesson, so to speak.
Wait till the feedback comes in when people say, okay, does salt expire? And if it does, tell me what it looks like and what it does to you.
I've never known salt to expire. I've never had salt that expired, except for yours that was like, babe, like, not to call you out, but it was like almost 3 years expired. Like, who lets salt go that long?
Listen, if you ever seen, I believe it's Morton's, if I'm not mistaken. And it comes in this big ass, like, almost like oatmeal tube looking thing. And has a little metal thing that pops up, and that's what you... First of all, if you think that thing has an expiration date, there's so much salt in there. There's so much salt in there. And you tell me... We have one of those right now, and it's not expired. I looked before this episode just to clarify. Enough said.
Just saying.
Enough said. Because...
Guess what? You know what? Ask him last time he looked at salt. Who replaced the salt? Moi. When's the last time you looked at the container? Do you know?
Don't need to. If there's salt in there, it's good.
Exactly. So whenever I pick it up, it's out of date.
Oh my God, I cannot wait for people to call in.
However, I am not to do that because we go through salt. Like, we are salty. That sounds so bad. We're salty people.
No. White people use a lot of salt. That is the seasoning of choice.
That's bullshit. Like, my shit is flavorful. Don't even play.
I get it. I'm just
okay. Don't try to stereotype me.
S's and G's, just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
I'm just joking. But there tends to be, on the higher side, a lack.
Are you listening to shit I have to put up with? Like,
of flavoring and seasoning. Wait. But on the flip side, though, black people tend to go overboard with their seasoning and their flavorings. Like, we bring it. We bring the experimental. Like, you can't even ask the same brother to make the same chicken twice. Oh, you don't even know what you're going to get. You have no idea what he's throwing in that thing.
That's accurate.
You know why? Because he's throwing a bunch of stuff that he found on his counter that may or may not be expired. And it don't matter. Because it's got taste.
It happened to you a few weeks ago.
Damn right.
It was so good.
Ass chicken. I have no idea what was in there. But it doesn't matter. Because I used what was available. Expired or not. Just saying. That's it. That's my piece. Y'all,
this is shit I have to deal with. Like, shit, babe. Like, why? Why?
That's my piece. And y'all wonder why we've been on hiatus for so long. Because this right here, we've been talking about and discussing this for a month. How are we going to bring this up without getting upset about the salt shit?
Because he is salty.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Like, that's not doing yourself.
No, it's because you're petty. You are so petty.
I don't even know. Are you Googling these words? Like, where are you finding this? Instagram? What is it?
I'm about to karate chop you.
What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh my God. Oh my God.
I can't.
Kill it.
I cannot.
Kill it.
Okay, before I get pissed off, let's move on.
Says the one who threw these. Okay. Oh, you know what?
That do what?
No, you know,
You know Okay, so before we end our show of drama of Tristan and Sam, we had someone come in, or I guess email us and ask us a question, and so I'm going to read it, and then we'll follow up and we'll answer it. There's two parts to the question. It says, "Why did you guys choose to do a podcast as a couple, and how did you come up with your title?"
I mean, I guess I can answer them.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I think obviously we decided to do a podcast as a couple because we love each other, and we genuinely like being around each other. So that helps. Obviously, there are times that I'd love to get away and just shake loose, but it don't always happen like that. But we take times like this to really to bond, and so the thing is, we get to air out our differences in this setting, so it helps us, like anybody else when you go through therapy or anything like that. It helps you get that out, and when you have open dialogue and open discussion, it only perpetuates positive vibes. So that's what we're doing. So we do. That's why we created this thing, and that's why we do it together as a couple.
I think you want to do it to try to prove your point.
Probably. Just this is for every mixed couple out there, Hispanic, Italian. It doesn't matter what it is, because I'm sure there's plenty of people out there right now that are like, "Yo, what the hell are you doing? You come to my house, you can't do certain things. You got to be able to stay in the pocket. Stay in the pocket." And then there's certain things like, in any other situation that you come into, any type of environment, you have to apply those same rules in and outside your house. And so that's what we're trying to do, trying to educate. Not that we're the pioneers of this by no means. I'm sure there's other people out there doing this. And we're
not perfect.
Hell no. But it helps, it helps us, grow together. So that's why we do this as a team. And what was the second part of that question? It
said, how did you guys come up with your title?
The title, again, that came up, my buddy Daniel, longtime friend of mine, longtime friend. I consider him a brother. He's like my big bro.
He gave you your first job.
Yeah. So we're super, super tight. It's my guy. It's my boy. So me and him kind of bounced ideas off each other. Because again, he's just like me. He's very witty. He can come up with stuff spur of the moment. Super funny, super hilarious, and
they're to the point where their conversations don't make any sense. They don't even know how they got there.
Yeah, we don't even use full sentence, but you don't really need to. You don't even got that kind of connection. You don't even use full sentence. You just be like, all right, and that's it. And there's no words, no full sentences, nothing legible.
Yeah, because his wife and I just look at each other.
Yeah, which is fine. Because she's white too. But it's cool. And he's black. But and we're going to get them on the show. Gosh. Eventually, we're going to drag them in here, drag them to our house.
The hard one's going to be Cassie to get on the board.
And get them on the show.
Yeah.
Just so you guys can see their dynamic, which is different from ours. But it is just as hilarious and open and loving as ours is, I assure you. And so we kind of bounced ideas off each other as far as names. We went through probably 6 or 7, just kind of back and forth. And I landed on this one. And shout out to him again at dumb.mass. Check him out. I mean, he's got a lot of inspirational weightlifting videos and exercise videos and a lot of hilarious videos and stuff like that. I mean, it's phenomenal. Great family man. So all good positive vibes, which is what we're trying to spread with this whole podcast. So that's kind of where the name came from. The title, when we dive deeper into it, Piano Key Talk, is when we talk about piano key talk, we talk about piano keys. Keys are black and white, and it takes 2 to make the harmony. So it takes 2 to bring it all together, to bring around a great sound. So it's it's the black and white keys is what you see before you, and the music that we're trying to create is something that's positive, that inspires people to want to do bigger and better things. For people to relate to. Yeah, that too, for sure. Relate to it. So that's kind of the driving force for this. And for us, I know it's just us to move in a better direction. So, for 2019 going to 2020 is just move better. And to us, this is moving better. This is moving a culture in a better direction. So if anything, hashtag move better. And that's what we're trying to do with Piano Key Talk. So create, black and white keys and just talk about it. So But I think that's really all we got for you guys. But stay tuned. Our next episode, I assure you, you do not want to miss. It'll come out a lot quicker than this one did.
Yeah, we won't be on like some hiatus.
Right. It's gonna come out a lot sooner. We may even like double back on y'all, you know. But the crazy thing about this one, so we're gonna give you just the title of it, and then you run with it how you want. Go ahead, tell me what the title is.
The use of the N-word.
You might catch flack right there. Look, I can't believe she said the N-word. I can't believe that. I can't. Oh shit! Oh, I can't wait for that. So, as you can imagine, it's going to be a pretty elaborate, very
awkward.
Very awkward.
Yeah.
But that one's going to be like one of the most pivotal episodes. I think that you can involve yourself in. Because I think it's going to speak to a lot of people and a lot of different generations and genres and couples and you name it. It's gonna cross boundaries. So I hope that you guys tune in for it. It'll be episode 4. So please reach out to us if you have any questions, comments. Hit us up at Piano Key Talk at all social media. We're live on Spotify.
Spotify, Apple or iTunes, I guess.
Google
Music, yeah. And what was that new one we just did?
Tuned in. We're on there as well. So Stitcher is another one. So reach out, if you guys have any comments or anything like that. We're going to keep the content coming.
We'll try to keep it spicy for you guys because honestly, our lives, we're kind of lame old people. So, or is it just me that's lame? Am I lame?
Yeah, I don't listen that part right there. I don't condone what the fuck you just said.
Oh, okay, never mind.
My life spicy as shit. If we could just not throw away the expired stuff. Okay. And on that note,
I'm so done with you.
Listen, we sign off the same way we always do. Just because me and Sam are black and white
doesn't mean everything's always black and white.
Till next time, guys.
Thanks. Good night.